Gas prices aren't high just because of oil shortages or government taxes. A much bigger part of the problem is something most drivers never think about: how they drive, how they stop, and even when they fill up their tank. In Japan, drivers figured this out decades ago, not through expensive cars or new technology, but through a quiet system of habits designed to stretch every drop of fuel as far as possible. Ignore these habits, and you'll overpay at the pump for years without realizing it. Follow them, and the same tank of gas suddenly starts lasting days longer on the same roads, with the same car, and the same money. Today, you'll learn the Japanese approach to fuel efficiency, 11 simple behaviors, counted down from least to most powerful, that can save you hundreds or even thousands of dollars every year. Stay until the end, because habit number 1 is the one gas companies benefit from most when you ignore it. Habit number 11. Stop idling your engine. Here's what most American drivers do without thinking twice. They start the car and let it idle for 5, sometimes 10 minutes before driving away. Cold mornings, hot afternoons, waiting in parking lots. The engine runs, fuel burns, and nothing productive happens. Gas stations quietly benefit every single time. Modern fuel-injected engines don't need long warm-up periods. That's a myth left over from carburetor-era vehicles that died out in the 1980s. According to the US Department of Energy, idling for more than 10 seconds uses more fuel than restarting your engine. Let that sink in. 10 seconds. Yet drivers across the country idle for minutes at drive-thrus, school pickup lines, and curbside waiting zones, burning fuel that moves them exactly 0 miles. The Japanese approach is different. In Japan, where fuel costs have historically been among the highest in the developed world, drivers are taught to shut off engines during any stop longer than 30 seconds. Idling burns between a quarter to a half gallon of fuel per hour, depending on your engine size. A driver who idles 15 minutes a day wastes roughly 45 gallons a year. At current fuel prices, that's over $150 evaporating into thin air. If you're stopped for more than 30 seconds, turn off the engine. Your wallet will thank you. Habit number 10. Remove unnecessary weight. Open your trunk right now. What's in there? Golf clubs you haven't used in months? Boxes from your last move? Old gym equipment? Most American vehicles are rolling storage units, and every extra pound costs you fuel without you realizing it. For every extra 100 pounds your car carries, fuel economy drops by approximately 1% according to the EPA. Many drivers unknowingly carry an extra 200 to 300 pounds everywhere they go. That 300 pounds costs you 3% of your fuel economy continuously. Over a year, that's an extra 60 gallons burned, nearly $250 wasted hauling around things you don't need. The Japanese philosophy is ruthlessly practical. If it's not essential for today's drive, it doesn't belong in the car. Remove roof racks when not in use. Clear out trunk clutter. Every pound removed is fuel saved, mile after mile. Habit number 9. Check tire pressure weekly. When was the last time you manually verified the pressure in all 4 tires? If you're like most Americans, the answer is weeks ago, months ago, or never. And that's exactly what keeps fuel sales higher than they need to be. The US Department of Energy estimates that properly inflated tires can improve fuel economy by up to 3%. Studies from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration found that nearly 30% of vehicles have at least one tire underinflated by 8 psi or more. At that level, you're losing closer to 10% efficiency or more. Habit number 8. Master smooth acceleration. Watch American traffic for 5 minutes and you'll see it everywhere. Drivers launching from stoplights like they're at a drag strip, only to slam the brakes 50 yards later. This stop-and-go aggression feels normal, but it's one of the most wasteful habits on the road. When you accelerate gently and maintain steady speeds, your engine operates in its most efficient range. Research from the Environmental Protection Agency shows that aggressive driving can lower fuel economy by 15 to 30% on highways and even more in city traffic. Smooth driving reduces brake wear, transmission stress, and engine strain while cutting costs. Habit number 7. Use cruise control on highways. Here's something most drivers never consider. Your right foot isn't as consistent as you think. On open highways, even experienced drivers unconsciously vary their speed, accelerating slightly uphill, coasting down, speeding up when distracted. These constant micro adjustments burn extra fuel. Cruise control eliminates that variable. It maintains perfectly steady speeds, keeping your engine in its optimal efficiency range. Studies show that using cruise control on highways can improve fuel economy by 7 to 14% compared to manual speed control. Habit number 6. Avoid excessive air conditioning. Air conditioning is one of the biggest hidden fuel drains in modern vehicles. Yet most drivers run it at maximum power without a second thought. Your AC compressor is driven by your engine, and running it at full blast can reduce fuel economy by up to 25%, especially in city driving. Here's what they don't tell you. On mild days, cracking windows slightly or using the vehicle's ventilation system without AC can keep you comfortable while saving significant fuel. When you do need AC, set it to a moderate temperature instead of maximum cold. The compressor doesn't have to work as hard, and your fuel economy improves. Habit number 5. Plan and combine your trips. Most Americans approach errands reactively. One trip to the grocery store, another trip for the pharmacy, a third for the bank. Each trip starts with a cold engine, which is the least fuel-efficient operating condition. For the first 5 to 10 minutes after starting, your engine can use up to 50% more fuel as it warms to optimal temperature. A driver making 5 separate trips across town might cover 30 miles. The same errands planned efficiently could be done in 18 miles with a warm engine throughout. That's a 40% reduction in fuel consumption just from smarter planning. It's not about driving less, it's about driving smarter. Habit number 4. Maintain your vehicle regularly. A poorly maintained engine can reduce fuel economy by up to 20% without triggering a single warning light. Dirty air filters, old spark plugs, incorrect engine timing, low quality oil, these factors quietly drain efficiency, while most drivers remain completely unaware. The Japanese automotive culture treats maintenance as sacred. Regular oil changes with the manufacturer's recommended grade, air filter replacements every 12 months or 12,000 miles, spark plug inspections, fuel system cleaning. These aren't optional luxuries, they're essential efficiency practices. Habit number 3. Close windows at highway speeds. Here's a fuel-wasting habit that feels intuitive but costs you dearly. Driving with windows down to save fuel by avoiding air conditioning. At city speeds below 40 miles per hour, open windows have minimal impact. But on highways, open windows create aerodynamic drag that forces your engine to work significantly harder. Studies from automotive engineers show that at speeds above 50 miles per hour, the drag from open windows can reduce fuel economy by up to 20%. That's more than running your air conditioning moderately. The wind resistance created by open windows literally pushes against your vehicle, requiring more power to maintain speed. Habit number 2. Anticipate traffic flow. Rushing, reacting, and slamming the brakes might feel normal in American traffic, but it's one of the fastest ways to drain your tank. Gas stations quietly love this style of driving because every abrupt stop and aggressive launch burns extra fuel. Data from the US Department of Energy shows that smoother driving can improve fuel economy by 10 to 40% in city traffic. For someone driving 15,000 miles annually, that could mean saving over 100 gallons through awareness alone. Habit number 1. Fill up during cooler hours. This is the secret gas station's prey you never figure out. It's hidden in plain sight, supported by basic chemistry, and it can save you more money per fill-up than almost any other single behavior. Here's the truth. Gasoline expands when it's hot and contracts when it's cold. Gas pumps measure fuel by volume, not energy content. That means when you fill up during the heat of the day, you're getting less actual fuel energy for the same price. Let's break down the science. Gasoline has a coefficient of expansion. For every 15-degree Fahrenheit increase in temperature, gasoline expands by roughly 1% in volume. On a hot summer afternoon in states like Arizona, Texas, or Nevada, fuel sitting in underground storage tanks can be significantly warmer than during early morning hours. When you pump gas at 2 in the afternoon on a 95-degree day, that fuel has expanded. The pump still charges you for a gallon, but you're getting less energy. Fill up at 6 in the morning when it's 65 degrees, and that same gallon contains more actual fuel molecules. Here's why big oil doesn't advertise this. It's perfectly legal. It's basic physics. But if every driver in America started filling up exclusively during morning hours, fuel companies would see a measurable dip in volume sales. Gas stations benefit when you fill up midday in the summer heat. They lose that edge when you show up at dawn. The Japanese have known this for generations. In a country where fuel costs have been double or triple American prices, every advantage matters. Drivers plan fuel stops during cooler hours as naturally as they plan routes. Set your routine. Fill up on your way to work in the morning or on your way home in the evening when the sun is low. Avoid midday fill-ups during summer months whenever possible. The system has always been designed to keep you guessing, to keep you paying, and to keep you ignorant of the simple changes that put control back in your hands. But now you know better. You have the knowledge. You have the strategies. And you have the power to stop overpaying at the pump starting today. Drive smarter, spend less, and take back what's always been yours to control.